What is up, guys? Welcome to Party Chat here on the Game Enthusiast. My name is Cade, aka CDns3.
My name is Chris, aka WFSU Slayer.
And welcome to the first ever talk show, which we dubbed the name the Party Chat on our channel. And this show is going to be all about Gamescom 2015, since that was this week. So, what do you want to start off with first, Chris?
Talk a little bit about
some big, some small. Okay, so some, I guess, kind of big, but not the biggest news of Gamescom. So
yeah, it really wasn't the biggest, but it was very nice to see actual gameplay. Seeing Crackdown come back. I think it's been like since 2009, 2010 since we've actually had a Crackdown game. I was pretty excited to actually see it because I remember they teased it. I think it was last year at E3.
Yeah,
but now we actually get to see gameplay and how the world is 100% destructible running off the cloud on Xbox, and it's very exciting to actually see a little bit.
Yeah, I've never played a Crackdown before, but it does look pretty sweet how everything is destructive and like it stays in the world. So
yeah,
like,
anytime you blow up a building or something and it falls down, it actually will stay there. It's really cool, the Crackdown games, since if no one's ever played them, and if you haven't, your character will evolve. So you get like in the first one, you pick the character from like 12 different types of characters. They're all the same body types initially, but every time you upgrade them, their armor changed, their look eventually changed. Cool. And I remember like, that's what they're bringing back, which is cool. Also, wouldn't mind seeing to be able to customize a character, actually make your own character. That'd be really nice. And then vehicle, evolution is back again. The more you level up your driving skill, the better the vehicles will evolve out, like the sports cars and the trucks and everything. So they're always really nice.
Yeah, so it has a bit of an RPG element.
Yeah, like
with
you
the sandbox.
Yeah, like the orbs on like you're running around on the rooftops. They have these orbs, the little green ones, and they help you evolve faster.
Okay. Cool deal. So I guess I'll choose the next topic, and it's just some little small, but during the Microsoft conference, they showed off a game called We Happy Few, which seems pretty sweet. I mean, you can watch the trailers and stuff. They don't really talk about too much as what
it's being done by the guys who did Contrast.
So okay. Yeah, I played Contrast. Contrast is very good, actually.
Yeah, it's coming to Xbox and PC. I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation because it's an ID at Xbox game. It may come. It'd be nice. For it to go multi-platform right now.
It's cool.
It'd be nice if everyone got a chance to play it.
Yeah, but it gives me a reason to turn on my Xbox again and again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it. I want to see, kind of like how the gameplay is and like what the story is about, because as of right now, you just kind of like walking around this like kind of dystopian kind of place with people when they're wearing masks. So it reminds me very much of BioShock.
That's what I thought. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Is this being done? I think it's BioShock."
Yeah, like it looked like something that
I think they had to have got a couple people on there because it very like the art style kind of looks very.
Yeah, it looks very very much like it. Maybe the gameplay might be kind of Dishonored-ish, because Dishonored and BioShock kind of has a very similar like art style in a sense.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited for that because I want to know more about it. Like it's one of those things that they're not releasing too much info, but they're teasing here and there.
Yeah.
And I want to see more. So I guess
we can talk about Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Okay, so that's a biggie.
Yeah, Metal Gear comes out in next month on the 1st.
Goodbye life.
Goodbye life. Yeah.
And I'll be back in school, so that's not good.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be able to sit down and play it because I played Ground Zeroes, loved it. I'm able to sit down and play Phantom Pain. That's how massive the world is. Just watching the gameplay and like how when they're talking about Mother Base, how you get to customize it through each section and doing R&D, weapon customization, just the world, everything you can do looks unbelievable.
The showers.
And just the shower. The fact that some of you don't know, it's whenever you come back and your character's all bloody or even smell, you have to go take a quick shower, and it boosts your morale a little bit. It helps out with gameplay because if you're smelling, the enemies are probably smelling at a certain point. They'll actually start to smell, and like you'll be covered in blood and everything, and also will drop morale if like you're walking around Mother Base and you see like your guys walk around in blood. I mean, how would you think if you were on a base?
I pretty much felt to probably go take a shower.
Or some guy that your commanding officer comes up to you, he's like just covered in blood. You'd gotta be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I'm pretty excited for it, and like that's probably not my most anticipated, probably my second most anticipated game this year, followed by Fallout. But yeah, I like how also you're able to like with the R&D, the research and development, you're able to like get like new weapons and like new abilities. So like you can get like camo, like you can be completely like invisible.
Best way to spot if anyone's played Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, they did the same thing. Like
I think Portable Ops and also Peace Walker.
Peace Walker added better functionality because in Portable Ops you had to pick the characters up and bring it back to a deuce and a half in the truck and throw them in there.
Yeah, they did on Ground Zeroes too. You had to pick them up, bring them to a drop point.
Now, one thing that's cool is like you don't always have to play as Big Boss. You can play as Revolver Ocelot. You can play as Miller, Quiet, and any of the other random soldiers that are on there. Because some characters like
looking forward to Ocelot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing as him too. Like certain objectives, like for R&D, you need like specific plants. Well, the video I was watching, they were showing off like you get to play as one of the characters was a botanist, and you were playing as her going around and gathering certain type of plants. It's really cool.
And then like the gameplay is the same.
Gameplay is the same, yeah. So those are pretty exciting.
Yeah. Is that all about Metal Gear right now?
Yeah. I mean, nothing right now.
Cool. Well, that comes out on the 1st of September. So, yeah, a couple weeks away. Yeah. Holy shit.
I know.
Oh, no. September. It's all good. So let's see what's next on the list. Let's talk about Scalebound. Scalebound is one of the games that I'm excited about having an Xbox One for. I mean, it's a new IP, so I mean, it's not like we're going into it, knowing much about it. But it's made by Platinum Games. What else have they made since you're more of an Xbox?
Platinum Games, they did Bayonetta, the first one, and Metal Gear Solid Rising.
Yes, okay, that explains kind of like
and
the game
Platinum's
style.
also in the new Transformers game as well.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, that explains kind of like the game style of it, because it does have like hack and slash kind of moments when you're playing as the guy, but it does look like an open world kind of Monster Hunter type of game.
You can give dragons the command. You can give the dragon the commands and tell them to attack specific targets. Apparently,
and then also they announced like they're gonna have co-op, so people will be able to drop in and out with their own dragons and stuff.
Yeah, I think you get to customize your dragon as well.
And then like his headset that he has, like you'll hear, I guess, just like ambient, like probably just like the normal
music, like
environment sounds, and then he puts on his headset before
when he goes into
battle,
combat. He'll put his headset on. That's how you hear the game music, which is pretty cool because not many games have done that. Like
it's a very very interesting way of doing that. It reminds me kind of like how Fallout, you started off as a baby, and that's how you progressed and like customize your character. It's a very innovative thing I find to kind of break the feel of playing a video game and make it a little more immersed, like you're actually like there. Yeah. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, well, I remember when they first showed off, they didn't really show gameplay. They showed off. I remember I was talking to a couple people, and they said that they had read like the best way to describe it was like kind of like an adult Pokemon game because you're actually training a dragon instead of like a Pokemon. You actually have a dragon. You're having to train and everything. And I was like, okay, I like that. That sounds like really cool.
I wonder if we'll be able to like get different dragons. Probably not. I can't see it.
I couldn't see it because I think that's his main dragon. But maybe customizing it and changing the colors of it, putting markings on it, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be customizable, but that would be cool. Like if you can like.
Although I will say, like the armor and everything kind of reminds me of like Final Fantasy or like a dot hack look.
Yeah, it does have a very like Japanese kind of influence
like
to it. Like the dude kind of reminds me of Dante.
Well, like seeing like the normal
very
soldiers'
slightly.
armors, like it's like kind of like fat with like lines going in. I think like dot hack or Final Fantasy-esque style armors.
Yeah, it definitely does kind of look like a Japanese like influence.
Because I think Platinum is in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, if they made
Yeah.
Bayonetta and also Metal Gear,
Rising.
then I'm pretty sure they're.
Now
they're
I'm
this
okay
game.
with that because Platinum's done a really fantastic job. Metal Gear Solid Rising was fucking amazing. I know some
quite
people
short, but
it was short. I know people think it wasn't technically Metal Gear, but it was fun playing as Right, and it did a good combat system. And so Platinum
It was a good spin-off. It wasn't a spin-off that
wasn't
crappy.
Yeah. So like they did Bayonetta because they're doing a new Transformers game, and this. So I'm like, in my book, like they were doing a very good job.
Cool, dude. All right, so move on to another subject of your choice.
We can still about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Battlefront.
All right, Star Wars.
Yeah. I know there are a lot of people worried that this game is gonna be just Battlefield skinned. I'm more of a Battlefield guy over Call of Duty. Now, I'm not too worried because DICE has like put the sole effort is in not to turn into like Battlefield 4.0 with the Star Wars skin or something. They don't want it. So there's no ADSing, like left trigger doesn't ADS anymore. You can still do it, but I think you have to hit right stick that zooms in, but it's not really bringing up the weapon to your character.
Okay. So almost kind of Halo-esque.
Kind of like old school FPSs.
Because I think that's how the old Battlefront was. You had to hit the right
Yeah,
trigger.
you get certain weapons like the sniper rifles. You can do that too. I don't remember normal rifles. You can do it, and there is no reloading. It's just your weapon overheats. And I don't know if there's an ammo count. That'd be pretty nice if there was. I mean,
I remember there was an ammo count in the original ones.
Yeah, that's true. It's just nice to be able to see it in a Star Wars game. And like I talked to a couple of people who played it, and they said it does not play like Battlefield. And I'm like, okay,
which is good for me because I'm not. The last Battlefield I enjoyed was Bad Company 2. Battlefield 3 was I respected. Battlefield 4 I don't want to talk about.
Like, I loved all the Battlefields. Like although so I have faith in DICE.
Yeah, I was one of those people at the beginning where I was kind of worried about it being a little more Battlefield influenced. But as I see more and more of it,
my worry wasn't so much DICE. It was a little bit of EA, and like EA gets shit on a lot over just things they do, and they are
same thing with Activision.
You just can't. Same thing with Activision, but like EA. I think they're getting to a certain point in time that they're like, they realize they're starting to fuck up on a lot of stuff. So, but I think with Star Wars, they're touching a giant fan service a lot bigger than Battlefield and any of the other series that they do.
Yeah, especially when it ties into the movie.
Yeah, especially since it takes place like a year after Episode 6. So I think they're hitting a bigger fan service and know that they're like, okay, we can't.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, definitely.
We can't because I'm excited for it. I mean, we won't know until we actually play it. Like, there are people out there saying this game sucks. If you've played it, you didn't like it, okay. But if you haven't played it, don't dog it until you try it.
Yeah. That's how I feel about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And then they showed off also the space battles was a big thing at Gamescom.
Because a lot of people were speculating that they were going to do space combat. It's really not space combat because you're not flying around in space, but it's kind of like if people play
air combat.
People who played Battlefield series, the air superiority, that's pretty much what it is. Like you're flying in X-wings and TIE fighters, and from what I understand, like the more points you get, you actually will get be able to call in the Millennium Falcon, which there is actually gameplay.
So it's pretty much kind of kill streak-esque.
Yeah, it's kind of kill streak-esque.
Build up so much points or whatever, and then you'll be able to use it.
Kind of like all the other Battlefronts did, like Battlefront 2 did that. To unlock like the special characters like the Jedis, or that's how you got them by doing the objectives and playing the game. That's how you got to play them. So they're kind of doing that.
Play the objectives.
Play the objectives, without a doubt. Play as a team.
Only in team deathmatch is it okay to worry about your kills.
Yeah. Even though it's team deathmatch, I mean, just go nuts.
Yeah.
If you're playing Conquest.
Free for all. Go play free for all. You worry about yourself.
Yeah. And drop ammo and health. But yeah, for the most part, that was pretty much it. And they showed Boba Fett's ship, which I was pretty excited to see. I was like seeing it come through the clouds.
That was arousing.
That was arousing.
Quite aroused by the Boba Fett ship. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for Star Wars. So let's go to. Well, let's get this out of the way because it's kind of small, but also a big deal for probably most Xbox owners at the same time. So they did announce, Microsoft announced that backwards compatibility will be coming out in November for everyone, and that it will be free. Yep. So you won't have to be, I don't think you don't have to pay anything to, kind of like a.
If you own the game, if you already own them, pop them in there and turn it. Right now, I think it's at 100. It's 100 games.
100 titles.
I remember by summer they set up to 300. Now, they did say they cannot do 100% backwards compatibility. It's up to the developer's discretion.
Yeah.
So, if just because say
So-
Black Ops 2 is not backwards
Yeah, I was
compatible,
gonna say, so for
backwards
instance,
compatible,
like, you
that's not
wanna have
Microsoft.
multiplayer.
That's more on Treyarch and Activision.
Yeah,
So
which they may or may not bring the multiplayer. It
They've
might
had
just be just a
rumors-
story, maybe zombies. But
yeah, I mean, but then again, they've had talks about like the Call of Duty collection for Xbox One and PS4 and
Which
PC,
I
which
would
was
love.
the Modern Warfare, which is 1, 2, and 3. Which I feel like that'd be cool, but also feel like they'd be shooting themselves in the foot at the same time. They kind of,
maybe, I don't know. I mean,
because you wouldn't want there wouldn't be those people who'd be buying the next game. They're like, well, I already have like the 3 best ones in the series, so why should I play like Advanced Warfare 2 or Ghost 2? So that's just my thing.
God,
That's
they
my
don't make a
thought.
Ghost to Advanced
I
Warfare
hope
2.
they don't either.
It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna play every Treyarch
But,
game every 3 years.
But yeah, backwards compatibility and they've had a pretty good lineup so far on games. And actually, you remember Kotaku posted someone took a bunch of high-res pics of all the games lined up, and you can actually see pretty much all the big games that are on there, like the Gears of War series. I think the couple of the Fable games as well, the other Forzas, I believe.
Is there any information about Witcher 2?
I don't know. I would
That's
like
the
to
one I'm
see
really
Witcher
looking
2
forward to.
because I probably would
So-
pick it up again to play it.
Definitely.
Because
Same
I
here.
even finished the third one.
This game's so huge.
I
So
didn't
many
like it.
games
It was
have
like
come out
I
since
was
then,
playing
too.
that, and with work, I was like, I don't want to get
Yeah.
back into it. And then Batman came out, and I was like, I'm playing Batman.
Yeah. And then
I
I
haven't
got
beaten
back
that
into
yet.
Destiny, so that took up a lot of time and a lot of games. The free
Yeah.
games that you get from PlayStation Plus and Xbox Gold, like play those. And Rare Replay just recently came out. Oh my god.
Now, one thing I will say, the rumor of we don't have it on here, but like the rumor that you can actually vote for PlayStation Plus stuff now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really care for that.
Um,
I think it's okay because it's not going to be some game that everyone's just going to download, delete off their their home screen and just
From
never
what
play it
I
again.
understand, what it's going to be is they're going to have three titles, and people will vote on which of those 2 they want to play.
Well, okay, so if they give you a list of so many titles and you
Pre-selected
choose,
games and you get to
okay,
choose.
that I could deal
because
with.
I think that would also prevent about a lot of people voting to have Destiny free, or
So this is
Advanced
PlayStation Now
Warfare.
or
This
PlayStation
PlayStation Plus.
Okay,
I say now. But
My
yeah,
bad,
PlayStation
I
Plus.
don't remember.
Yeah, which I'm thinking is pretty cool. I wish
I can see them doing
I
Destiny.
wish
though
games did
sometime in
gold
the
to do
future.
that because not complaining over free games, but there is some games that just don't like IDARB. I downloaded it and I was like, I'm never playing this game. I'm just downloading it because it's free.
Yeah, I've done that a lot actually with PlayStation.
Now, if
Plus
any of you
especially.
are doing games with gold, go download So Many Me. I'm not even gonna tell
Oh
you
yeah,
what's about. Just
I
download it.
It's good.
It's a platform.
It's very fun. A little puzzling.
A little
at
puzzling,
times,
but it's fun.
it's definitely good, especially if you like platformers.
Oh yeah.
Well, since we talked about Call of Duty, let's just go into the Call of Duty, which they announced a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which the big thing was that esports for Call of Duty will no longer be on Xbox. They'll
Yeah,
be
that
moving to
was
PlayStation.
very shocking. I was like,
Yeah.
well, why? Because they've been with Xbox for since COD 4, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel, but I understand Microsoft and Activision all got that contract, so it's not going. To
Yeah,
PlayStation.
it makes sense
But-
with contracts.
But
and
Xbox
stuff like
has
that, but-
Halo, and Halo is its own sport on its own, so
Yeah,
that'd be good,
so
but
at least you'll have one
I
on each
feel like
system.
they probably should have gotten I don't know if they did, but the insight from the MLG players and everything to see what they thought, because then they're gonna have to learn new controls.
I think they should just do Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, I feel like they should have their own separate teams, who's on Xbox, who's on PlayStation, and I
That makes
get
most sense.
esports is trying to
But-
get PlayStation into it because it's always been heavily PC and Xbox has been. heavy esports.
Yeah, which I mean, it's owned
which
by
is good.
pretty
It's
much
good
the
to
same
have.
company. It's Microsoft, PC.
It's good to
or
have a
Xbox.
little bit of difference in there, like
Spread the wealth.
spread the wealth. Yeah.
Can't monopolize.
Like I said, Microsoft has Halo with their stuff, and it's good that Call of Duty's now with PlayStation. PC's got Counter-Strike.
That's true. So
Counter-Strike.
everyone has their big.
Everyone has their big thing. So
shooters. So
that's I'm okay with. And
Yeah.
PlayStation really
Rounds
didn't
it out.
have a really big FPS. They had Killzone, but you really didn't see esports games for that. You saw like online play, but there was nothing really.
Yeah, and
material.
actually Shadowfall, actually the multiplayer was pretty solid.
Yeah,
I liked it. It didn't last long, but for what it was, it was a launch title. Like it was a pretty solid game.
Yeah,
Solid multiplayer.
I was
a
little disappointed in it, but it's a whole other story.
Yeah. But they also
Like one of the things I'm excited about Black Ops is they're debunking the boosting. So like each he just found out about this today because I showed it to him. There is IGN had posted it that they pretty much removed the being able to de-rank yourself and go into like old lobbies with newer players. Kind of like the best way to describe it, if people played World at War, like they had the beginner lobby and people would stay in there. Like you're only supposed to be in there I think till level 10. And people would stay in there until they're level 25. They just would not leave the lobbies because the lobby wouldn't close down. And so they would just stay in there, and they're pretty much getting rid of that because you're in like different ranking systems. So you could be level like 65 or the max rank is there is now. And
wow, I think it's like 90.
And
it's high as fuck.
Not World of Warcraft.
Oh, in Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Oh,
you
talked about WoW, so I was just like, I think it's like 90 or something.
No.
I don't know what's gonna be in Black Ops.
No, it's
and then
War.
Advanced War. Oh, World at War.
That's what I was talking about. Not World of Warcraft.
My bad.
That's okay.
I was like, man, World of Warcraft. Like that's.
No.
I was like, maybe they have it in that too.
No, but
that makes
like,
sense, I guess.
You could be level 65, but you would probably still be in the novice ranking. Like you won't, because like there's like the master ranking is like the newest top one. So I think you can get D-ranked like over after 2 matches. Like if you lose 2 matches in a row, you'll get D-ranked on there, but you won't go anywhere lower of that rank. So if you're in like the Pro Series, if you lose 2 matches that you'll just stay at the very bottom of the Pro. You won't actually go down to a lower rank.
Yeah,
you'll stay in
ladder in that lobby.
You'll say whatever ladder you're a part of, so that they stop.
Yeah, once
boosting,
you get to
really
the top
nice.
of the other ladder, you won't go down.
Yeah, which is nice because everyone hates being killed by a level 4 that somehow knows how every part of the map. Who's running around getting kill streaks left and right and hiding.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to Black Ops.
Yeah, like Treyarch has always been a big favorite of mine because they've always done a fantastic story. Multiplayer has always been solid, and the fact that Zombies apparently has a actual story mode to it, and then the classic zombie survival style, like the other World at War and Black Ops had, along with the co-op multiplayer, and so I'm pretty excited to actually play.
I'm excited too. I got a chance to play it. Multiplayer is fast, fluid, fun.
Nice.
It's not clunky at all. Like it plays very well. So I'm down. Like this is like my last straw. Like I was saying, like
Advanced
if it's not
Warfare
good,
was fun.
I'm done.
No,
but Treyarch's gonna keep me there every 3 years, man.
Advanced Warfare was fun. No, not gonna dog it. It was a good game, but it's just
the story was alright.
The story was alright. It was a lot better than Ghost. I mean, but then again, everything is.
That doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much. But Advanced Warfare was fun. I did like all the mechanics of it. I did like the stuff they added. They did something new. It did good, and now I feel like Treyarch will release, really show off how future FPS is supposed to be played. And so,
yeah.
All
right. So we got 3 more topics.
Go ahead and talk about some Halo because that's
actually what time? How much? 24 minutes roughly we've been recording. Okay, so let's just talk about Halo and finish it on Halo. So that's a big one.
Halo, I am excited for. Like I've been a Halo fan for years. I remember playing Halo 2 online for a little while. I played more Halo 3 online, and like I've been playing ever since. But I'm a Halo fanatic. I love the series. I actually played the Halo 5 multiplayer beta back in December. I probably put about 100 hours into it. It was about 3 weeks of
That's
beta,
actually a
which
pretty
was a
long
very
beta.
long beta.
That's
And they got
long.
so much information off of that beta alone
It's really
that it functioned when it's like people who were playing it at E3 and at Gamescom, they actually saw the difference in how well the competitive multiplayer changed. Like, there are those people who are complaining that they don't like the ADS or how 343 is killing the Halo series, but they're not. They're doing stuff Bungie didn't want to do because they didn't want to change things up.
So explain for someone who's like me, who's not that in depth with the Halo series. Like, what do you mean by changing? Is it like the gameplay mechanics?
The gameplay mechanics have been changed up a little bit. Okay, so for if you leave it from the base of it, it's still the standard Halo controls. It's like right trigger shoots and all that. They changed it up where you hold left trigger down, you actually will go your ADS, but
okay.
it's not
so
really.
It's no longer the stick.
You can actually change it though. There are some people don't know this. Like if you go into the setting, you actually change the Halo 4 controls, which that's what I did after about a day of playing it. I was like, I don't like the controls. I just went to the controls.
I'd be too used to it.
And clicking the right stick because it felt more fluid. Like clicking the right stick and then left trigger, because left trigger in Halo for me has always been grenade.
Yeah.
It's always been grenade. So hitting the right stick and doing that. The aim, that's been fantastic.
I remember going back and playing the Master Chief Collection. I'd go to aim and throwing grenades.
I really like the fact that you can sprint now because in Halo 4 they added it, but Master Chief sprinted for 5 footsteps and then he was out of breath. So now that you have infinite sprint, I like the jetpack stuff. I really enjoy.
I guess infinite sprint can be blessing and a curse at the same time.
The thing is, the reason they can get away with it is because the suits power up, and then after a while they have little thrusters on the back that allow them to run further, so they can keep sprinting. So yeah, they're doing that, and then the jetpack stuff, when you jump in the air, if you ADS, or you'll actually slow down and start climbing slowly down, so you can get off that last shot. If you're about to get that headshot, you can the headshot. There's going to be some really cool gameplay of people doing that and get double or triple headshots with a sniper rifle. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, so it won't be immediate full gravity take you fall.
Yeah, you thrust her down whenever you ADS.
I think that would have been one thing that if they would have done Black Ops 3, that would have been nice. But at the same time, it's already very fast, so it would have just kind of slowed you down a little bit. But
343 is doing a fantastic job. Bungie just didn't seem like they wanted to do anything different, and people say hey, shouldn't have changed Halo up. The thing about Halo is kind of like Call of Duty. Call of Duty's been the same. It's it got stale. They didn't do anything until this new one, and they didn't do anything different. And there are fans that are saying, "Well, they need to go back to old school." I'm like, that's exactly what the Call of Duty players have been saying. They want to go back to the old school, how Modern Warfare was.
I think that's what, because Infinity War 2 will be next year.
Yeah,
that's what they should do. Go back to. I know it's a whole bunch of different people, but go back to the COD 4 type of old school stuff.
So that's
what made the series blow up.
But then again,
I think the Black Ops 3 though, Treyarch has always been developing.
They always try to
more. But they're kind of doing it against themselves, not the other Call of Duty developers. So this one's cool. I like how they're adding the specialists. That definitely breaks up the multiplayer, the monotony of all the characters being the same people. You can change their outfit, their camo, but they all play the same. They don't have any
exactly. And that's kind of what they're doing with Halo, the fact that now there's the whole thing right now, on Twitter and Facebook, it's Team Lock and Team Chief, because you have Lock's team that's hunting down Master Chief and his units. So there's there are people that are going Team Lock, and majority of people are going Team Chief. Well, me personally, I'm just gonna play Halo. I like the fact they're adding another Spartan that it adds. It's very interesting to see why he's being hunted down.
I need to finish all the stories.
Yeah, the stories are really good. And from when I read this today, they said that the Halo 5 story is twice as big as Halo 4's. And Halo 4 was long. Halo 4 was, I think, the longest one of the series. So it's massive. Because I remember reading Game Informer, they were talking about how they were playing like for 45 minutes straight, and they just got to the halfway through the first mission they were playing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very long.
Usually 45 minutes is like a quarter of the game.
Yeah, and I was like, I like that because a lot of people dog Halo is just a run and gun thing, that linear, which they're doing some things. And yes, in a certain point it is run and gun, but doesn't always. Not everyone wants to play Witcher style. Everyone wants to play Witcher style games 24/7. Some people just need a mindless shooter. Yeah. Which Halo's always had a fantastic story, and they always make that joke. You didn't ask for those feels. Halo 4, I didn't ask for or pay for any of those feels, man. You got hit in the heart by some of that shit in there. Now,
yeah, I think that's why I'm returning to Destiny so much. Is like after playing Witcher, Batman, like these big open world games, I even went back and played Fallout 3 since they announced Fallout 4, and like I was like, I just want something quick I can go play a couple hours of and be fine.
Oh yeah, like Halo. I mean, it comes out on the 27th. Now, if you get the console, you get it on the 20th.
Yeah, like a week early.
You get it a week early.
Nice. My console is sexy.
Yeah, I got mine pre-ordered. Like I've had an Xbox on since day one, and I've always told myself, and I told a bunch of people, I was like, as soon as they announce a Halo 1, I pre-order it. Yep, pre-ordered immediately.
Yeah, I want a Spartan Lock controller. Those look sick. I like those actually more than the Master Chief ones.
I'm very
the color
excited.
Sweet.
Halo is going to be a good game. That's new story. So pretty much premise of it is Master Chief has gone rogue, and the UNSC sent out Agent Locke's team to find out why and retrieve him. So it's nice to see Chief back, along with Arbiter, which Arby wasn't there in Halo 4, so it's nice to see him again. And they got Keith David again to do his voice, which was really cool. And having Keith David is just... Now, one thing that a lot of people... And two things about Halo that's really kind of stirred up the community right now. Let's see, three things. One, some people found out the guy who was playing Agent Locke, he's not doing his voice as well. They got a different voice actor, but he's doing... the guy who's doing the mocap and his likeness is not doing his voice. It's someone else.
Oh, okay.
And so that kind of... weirded some people out. I thought it was kind of weird. It was upsetting about it, but move on. And its rating, it got a T rating. I was like very surprised. I was like, T rating, really? And I was like, and I was telling him about it. I was like, they've done 6 Halo games. Well, 7 if you include Halo Wars, but they've done 6 main Halo games. They've all been M rating, and now they go into this one. I think that's 7. That's 1, 2, 3.
Which, yeah, I mean that's good. It opens it up for a lot more people to get a chance to play. Because
the Halo games really didn't need to be M rating, but it's just kind of weird now. Like it's been M rated, and then they wait until Halo 5, and all of a sudden it's M rated game. It's kind of weird.
It's probably hard to like kind of dial back to where like it's been M to get a T, whereas like to get a T to an M, it's a lot easier. You can add more stuff. Whereas like this one.
But I mean, Halo's really never had like a lot of like blood and gore, one like blowing.
But still, for parents buying games for their kids, they want to play a shooter, but they don't want them shooting people. No. This one you're shooting aliens, but it still has an M rating, so they look at it, they're like, I'm not getting it for you, even though
it's really not that bad.
It's playable.
Oh yeah.
But now that it's T, they made
now
more
the
young
final part is that if a lot of people don't know that 343 has announced that there will be 15 maps. That'll come out after the game launches, and they will be free. It's 2 reasons why. One, because it's kind of an apology for the way Master Chief Collection launched. It took about 2 months before it finally playable. Where I really have any problems. Like I mainly just played the story with a buddy of mine. Him and I ran all 4 of the stories on Legendary, and I tried to play a little bit, and I was like, okay, I can't connect. That's fine. I'll just play the stories and. So yeah, that's what I did. And then the other part is not to split the Halo community as it's already split right now, because they're going to have the people who will pay for the content and people that won't pay for the content. So now you have, hey, it's free. So there's no excuse why you won't play it. You're playing Halo, download it.
And I mean, it was really good with like The Witcher's been doing that. They've been tossing a little bit of free content here and there. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
that's
I think it's every week or whatever. And I haven't played the Wagers probably since like the last week it was out.
No, I gotta go download a lot
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
gotta-
But probably once I go get back into it, I'll probably play it.
Yeah, so I mean
download it, but
yeah.
for right now, I just keep the extra space on my hard drive cleared.
That's why I have a 5 terabytes hard drive for my Xbox. So
Yeah, I need to invest in some for both systems. Xbox
yeah, that
and
new
PS4.
2 terabyte from Microsoft coming out. So
Yep, that's another new thing that they also announced,
Yeah,
which is
they
pretty
announced
nice. It's gonna
pretty
be like
nice.
110.
yeah, it's a 2
Seagate.
terabyte. So yeah, I actually think this one's done by Microsoft though. I think this is an actual
Yeah,
Microsoft.
I think they had
I think it's a
something with it,
Microsoft
but-
Seagate
Yeah, Microsoft
one,
Seagate.
but yeah,
Because it's got like the Microsoft green.
yeah,
I mean, like the Xbox green. So,
yeah. So
but yeah, I think it's pretty much it. All the bigger news and a few small things that we personally wanted to
Yeah.
talk about, like
Um,
View and backwards compatibility. But
and then I
it's
mean,
a lot of the big stuff.
we could have talked about Fallout 4, but I mean Fallout 4 is kind of.
I mean, everyone just looks Fallout 4,
It's Fallout. There you go.
and
Watch
they're like,
gameplay.
"Fuck yeah!"
Yeah. Now one thing
Don't
about
need to talk
Fallout
about
that a
it.
lot
Just buy it. Just buy it.
that one thing about Fallout 4 that after E3's press conference, not E3, Bethesda's press conference on at E3, they mentioned on that Monday that all that gameplay was around on Xbox One. So it wasn't PC, which was very surprising. And so it really showed off the power of the Xbox
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And
I
so
would've known.
I didn't realize that either. Like I thought they were just playing with an Xbox controller on PC, and then Todd argument was like, no, that it was all ran on Xbox One. So we're good. And if some of you don't know, that Fallout 3 does come with free copy of Fallout 3 on Xbox One when you pick up a PS4
Very
copy
nice.
and Xbox One.
Very
copy.
nice.
Very nice. Yeah. So Bethesda and Xbox and Microsoft have worked together for years. So
Yeah. All right. So that's all the news for this week. I guess we'll do this every couple of weeks or so. Whenever there's something interesting to talk about that we just really need to
Or
get it
if
off
we
our
just feel-
chest.
Or if
You
you just
come
feel like
here.
talking about something, or if you want to just do something specific for a game. So,
Yeah. Maybe podcast here and there about
Yeah.
just a specific game if it's, important enough. But I want to thank you guys for watching. This was, quite long, but we had a lot to talk about since Gamescom, is a big event. But hope you were able to sit through all that and also learn a little bit if you missed the Gamescom conference, or you just wanted to hear our personal thoughts and opinions about the news.
And maybe some of what we talked about was all the games you cared about.
That is also because it's pretty much the games that we care about.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. Please come back soon. We'll see you next time.
Take it easy.
Peace, guys.
Later.